I actually expect from COP16 to have this strong emphasis on action-oriented commitments. We have to focus on scaling up the efforts to combat desertification and also land degradation. It is really essential doing that. And how do I expect COP16 to do that for me as a youth voice? Is actually bridging the gap between the youth and the decision makers. I believe, as I expect and see, that the youth involvement, it should be central to these discussions, as young people are both the current or the present and the future stewards of the land. As we say, we are half of the present and all of the future. It is at the end of the day our land, and it will be our future. So I expect to see a focus and also bridging the gap and having the right resources. So youth should have the financial and the also decision-making education and the proper education and the needed skills actually to be a part of a collaborative effort in actually reaching a sustainable future. And once we have that, we will directly and automatically embed the 17 Sustainable Development Goals that was established by the UN. So it is a win-win situation for all of the parties, especially for the youth, because we're talking about our land and what will be our future. As youth, you have the energy, we have the innovative solutions, we are like the new blood, as they say, but we need guidance. And without the proper education and also without having the skills needed, we're not gonna implement any of our innovative solutions, you know? That's why we need guidance. But I'm not going to go to opportunities now. I'm just going to stay in the challenges. As I said, limited resources, whether it's informational, financial, or technical. Also, we have limited participation in decision making. And that's why I love joining here as a speaker, because what we're doing now is actually taking us a step further. We are trying to be in the decision table making, and it is our land. We're going to inherit this land in the future. So how can we not be a part of the policy decision making? It's going to affect us. We're the ones who are going to deal with the consequences, and we're not even a part of it in the present. So for me, that does not make sense. We need to fix that. Otherwise, I would just jump on the opportunities. I mean, having challenges today, meaning having opportunities tomorrow. The challenges are the opportunities if we look at it.
Absolutely,
The
you're right.
opportunity is just a problem to be solved. So that's why me as a country manager and also a teaching assistant back at KAUST, we had a course. It's a CubeSat challenge. And for those who don't know, it's just a satellite, but it's cubed. We had to deliver this educational program to students from middle and high school. And actually the project was actually finding or trying to get your CubeSat that they have learned to build it, let's say, and also they have learned some of the let's say geologist skills and stuff, so they can actually prepare and deliver a project on Earth observing the Red Sea coral reefs. So sustainable is actually embedded there. And why Starlight Education is doing that is actually we have signed a memorandum of understanding with the UN Global Compact regarding embedding the 17th Sustainable Development Goals in such programs. We even have programs focused on sustainability itself. And that is how you're going to have a nation or a generation where they have the sustainability, especially regarding land degradation and desertification, as a value. We want it to be a culture. It's not just a law, whether you abide it or not. No, it's something that you have to take into consideration every time you take a step further, whether you are in the space sector or any other sector. It is something that we have to look at as a culture, as a community. And that is why we deliver such programs. Any voice should be heard, and that is a big opportunity for us to organize such hubs and let's say conferences or meetings where stakeholders, decision makers, and experts can actually join together with the youth and hear their voice. You know, these discussion panels that could happen, and also the exchange of knowledge and vision. Anyone, whether they have a vision to do something or a purpose, would love to have someone else sharing their vision. So imagine if we can bring together every party to the table, doing these hubs and these conferences to tell both the experts and the youth that you both share one vision. It's one earth that we have. It's our land at the end of the day. Plus, it is actually essential to create inclusive spaces where youth from diverse backgrounds, whether it's rural or even urban, can actually come from the globe, from the global south or even the global north, feel empowered. You want to feel empowered. You want to feel like you're a part of a group, that you share the same vision as you. So we have to bring them together, create these inclusive spaces so they can contribute to their ideas and expertise by working together inclusively. Also, how can young men and women come together is that young men and women in such spaces can bring a multidimensional approach. Sometimes there is a point of view or a corner of an idea that you were not able to see because simply you're not a man or a woman. So bringing together men and women can actually make sure that we have thorough decisions and actually advocate for a sustainable future for both. Embedding, again, the 17th Sustainable Development Goals, one of the most important goals is that gender equality. So we can just bring everyone to the table by doing these inclusive spaces and hubs and conferences from time to time. And I mean, COP16 and also the forums that actually has been happening is a great chance and opportunity for voices to be heard, especially from the